Hey guys, so this is Green Onions in the key of E instead of F, key of E. It's going to make it easier for everyone. I'm just going to play it and then explain what's going on here. Okay, this is the chord part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so basically there's a bass line that's going to be going on, and the bass line sounds like this. One, I'll show it up here so you can see it. This is a basic 1-4-5 blues, just like we've been learning about. 4 chord, back to the 1 chord. And here comes the 5 chord, 4 chord. But now you're going to stay on the 1 chord instead of going back to the 5. Stay on the 1. And again, 1. Alright, so you get the idea. Right. So now, instead of playing the bass line, you're going to play all major chords built off the bass notes. So if the bass line is E, 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 G, A, there's one exception. The E is called the power chord, not major or minor. That means you leave out the middle. So the middle note, that is minor, that is major, minor, major, minor, major, minor, major. You're going to leave out that middle note on the E. All the other chords are going to be major. So you got E, 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 G major, A major, E, power chord, G major, A major. Then when you get to the 4 chord, A major, so we got A, C, D major, A major, C major, D major, A major, C major, D major, and back to the E, E, power chord, G major, A major, E, power chord, G major, A major. Then when we get to the 5 chord, B major, D, E, so we got B major, B major, D major, E major, back to the 4, A major, C major, D major, back to the 1. E, power chord, E, power chord, G major, A major. Okay, but now that's too much moving around. So we're going to make it easier. First of all, we're going to use 2 hands, and each hand is going to be in charge of 2 notes. Right hand's always going to play 2 at a time, and the left hand's always going to play 1 at a time. Yeah. Right hand always is going to play 2 at a time. Left hand's always going to play 1 at a time. So it's going to be easy, and we're going to put it in inversions so that we don't have to move our hands around. Because you want to get used to that. If you ever want to play stuff quick on the keyboard and move around quickly, you always have to figure out what's the easiest way for me to move my hands to get the chord I want. So that's what we're going to talk about for this song. Alright, so first chord is going to be our E power chord. No third or no middle note, right? So left hand, the fingering in the right hand is going to be really important. Left hand, not as important. Okay, so left hand, just get 2 fingers you're comfortable with. You're going to switch between the E and the G here, alright? We're just going to talk about the bass line for the E chord. What you're going to play for that right now. Okay, so E, and then in the right hand, B and E. Now you want to use your pointer on the B and your pinky on the E. So you got, right? You're going to play on beats 2, 3, and 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your E, G, and A chords. So here's our E chord. Here's our G chord. And here's our A chord. Again, E chord, G chord, A chord, Let's break it down hand by hand. Left hand is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand, pointer and pinky here. 1, 2. On the second chord, you're just going to move the pinky away and press the D. So you got, in the first time you got B and E, then you have B and D. Then for the third chord, you take the D and go to a D flat and put your thumb on an A. So there's the first and second note of the A chord. Okay, so together we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it together and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at how each note, I have a finger assigned to each note here. A gets the thumb, B gets the pointer, C sharp or D flat gets the middle, D gets the ring, E gets the pinky. This way I go. Makes it really easy. I'm just going like that, okay? So now, move to the second group of chords, the A. Now check it out. We ended on an A chord on the first group. Ended on that A chord. So stay on that A chord, all right? And we're just going to go A chord, C chord. This is a C chord. And then to our D chord, which is going to look like this. I'm going to do that now in slow motion. So the second group of chords, we have A chord. Then we have D chord, A chord. I'm sorry, A chord, D chord. I mean C chord, then D chord. So let's look what that looks like in the right hand. So we start here with our pointer. Well, you're going to end up with thumb and middle. So you're going to have thumb on A, middle on C sharp. Then you're going to go to thumb on G and your ring finger on C. And then pointer on A and pinky on D. So all together that looks like this. I'm sorry. And second time you play it, all you got to do is keep that finger there, move the ring up to here, up to the C sharp. And in the left hand, all you're doing is going E, E, F sharp, E, E, F sharp. Let's see that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Alright, then it goes back to the first chord. Now we go to the 5 chord, which is this B chord, but we're going to play it like this. Instead of this one, we're going to play this one. And now we have the left hand is going to go F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp. The right hand is going to go B, D sharp, to watch this, A, D, and then B, E. So again, the fingering, each finger is assigned right here. We got B and D sharp, pointer and ring. Then A and D, pointer and ring again. I mean thumb and ring. And then B, E, pointer and pinky. Alright. And this just goes so all together. So now, let's put it all together in slow motion. Well, actually, let's just look at the left hand bass line. So the left hand is going 1, 2, now. Third measure, here we go. Fourth measure, 5 chord. I mean 4 chord. I messed that up there. I'm going to start that over. I don't want to use 2 videos, so I'm just going to start that over. So we got, here's the 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and now the 4 chord. See that? Back to the 1. Now the 5 chord, watch this. 4 chord, 1 chord. Alright, so if you think of it as a pattern, it goes first note, second note, first note, second note, first note, second note, first note, second note, first note. 4 chord gets first note, second note, first note, second note. And the 5 chord gets first note, second note, first note, second note. So the 4 and the 5 have the similar bass line. The 1 is a little different. Alright, now let's look at the right hand. So we got now for the 4 chord, we stay there. Back to the 1. Now for the 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord. Now if you've gotten this far, you might be the person that gets to play the song. Look, it's a lot of work. I spent a while figuring all this out. I had to learn it in the original key, then transpose it to this key. I'm not really a keyboard player. I'm getting better because of this job, which is awesome. But if you've gotten this far, you might be the person that gets to play this song for the concert. But ideally, I want to have everyone be able to play it. We're going to jam on this song. When we have the bass line, the guitar, everything going on, it's going to be awesome. So believe me, it's worth the hard work. Think of it like a video game. Each song is like a new stage, right? But the cool thing is you actually get to play it in the real world with other people on real physical instruments and play it for people and audiences that go crazy for it. No one's going to watch you play video games and clap for you. I promise. They will watch you play music and clap for you. Believe me. Alright? So work hard, and I'll see you in school.